Every time you turn around, something good happen, huh? Hey, look healthy, you know. Every time we turn around, God is blessed. You know, you got some people sell out God, you know, sell them out. They want to hear, hey, Mr. Shango, how are you? How are you doing today? Let me hear.
Greetings.
Yeah, yeah. So, what go on?
A lot of things that go on, you know.
With what? What? Tell me what.
Then you see all demonstrations and them things there, you know, see how the police them a deal with the black man continuously.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
them things. So there's a lot of things that go on.
Somebody share, Big Sport share something today on the Facebook.
Yeah.
And no, YouTube. And yeah, one of them. And it showed a black man was walking into a Caucasian neighbor. I don't know if it's Caucasian neighborhood or what neighborhood. And mother, father, all of them, everybody come out with stick and everything. And a dog.
Mm-hmm.
And approach it. We have it on the phone. And approach the black man and start box him and take it and set the dog.
Who do that? The white man or?
The white man.
Oh.
So it looked like we're in a very serious problem.
No, look like we is always.
Never change.
No, it never changed.
From the days of long time from slavery.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
It is sad, you know, but again, you know, we can't look for them to help us, you know.
No, we have to help ourselves.
Yes,
We have
and
to
then
fight. We
what
have to-
I have learned in my experience of life, most black people don't know themselves.
Will they ever know themselves?
It's a good question, and I could to say yes because I am a black person and I am aware and know who I am.
I think
So I don't
some-
think I am the
think-
only one, you know. But
I
I'm
think
saying,
sometimes we are too licky.
well,
Once this is what the Caucasian do. He don't care for the black. So what he would do, he would hire a black man over another black man. That means the black man can't do anything to the black man, and so his hand
well,
is
you have,
clean.
well, if you know the history of slave, well, you have Housefield slaves,
Yes,
and you know you have different grades of slaves.
because the whole slaves would never allow the free slave to come near the house.
Exactly.
And if master sick or cough, the whole slave say, "I feel me."
Exactly.
You understand?
So-
So we still living under the old slave and the free slave.
And what we also need to learn is that we have to look at ourselves and be awakened in a lot of things,
Yes.
not just one little
One thing, yeah, because
It's a broad spectrum of
after,
things.
remember the young man in Staten Island say he couldn't breathe
Mm-hmm.
when they choke him,
Mm-hmm.
and people demonstrate all over the state.
Yes, I remember that.
But it come back again.
Yes.
So you got it always gonna be. I was speaking to a black sister yesterday, and she said, "Oh, they should just calm and let you know." I said, "There's no peace. If there's no justice, there can be no peace."
By all means necessary, I am one person who support what I see taking place.
Now I am looking at brother Lloyd share a picture with me in Jamaica,
Mm-hmm.
where the people them who was working on the boat on the ship,
Mm-hmm.
they come and they put them in the hotel. Now the hotel throw them out 5:30 this morning.
Yesterday morning, I heard something like that.
Throw them out 5:30.
I heard one of the ship worker was talking about
Yes,
you
throw
know,
them out of the hotel.
from 5 a.m. until 6 p.m. Didn't eat nothing.
They didn't eat nothing, and
That's
the
horrible.
bus them park up there.
That is horrible because I'm following the news
Yeah.
and I'm listening to Bayer Hotel, which is Bayer Hotel in St. Anne.
Uh huh.
Bayer Hotel said they're responsible to shelter them, not to
Yes.
food them.
Right, okay.
That is what I heard from the Bayer Hotel side.
So how would they feed?
And that's the government responsibility.
So the government don't get enough food for them.
But that is the government
And
responsibility. When
why
there's a
would-
government, it's a huge responsibility.
And
Don't
why
you
would
see
they
over
turn
here?
them out? Why did he say they turn them out of the hotel 5 o'clock in the morning?
No, I didn't heard that one yesterday. I heard that they didn't eat from 5 a.m. until like
Because they turned
until
them
6.
out of
Yeah,
the hotel.
that's what I heard yesterday from the ship
why
workers.
why we have to go to there was a white group in one of those states that was demonstrating and mashing up cars and doing these things, and Trump said they're doing right thing. They are disturbed. They're doing good thing. Now a black man was killed by a Caucasian police, and the community coming out. He called them hooligans,
Oh, thugs.
thugs.
Yeah.
That he's not going to let the country run under thugs.
And loot and then shoot
yes.
after. Something
But
like that.
but you realize this is what happened that people didn't know. Over where that first demonstration I heard that a white officer have on a mask, have on a cap, nobody know who he was hitting down glass
Yeah, targets. I heard of that.
and a steal out of it.
I heard of that.
And when they catch him and take off the mask, he was one of the white police officer.
Well, I didn't heard if they catch him or nothing, but
Yeah,
I
because
heard
they take-
this story to
Yeah,
say
but he
a white
was,
police officer.
they found out that he was one of the white police officers. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you know, Sashango, this is heartbroken. And if we should think about it all the time, we're going to go crazy.
It is.
We're going to go crazy. Because even when Big Sports share that thing with the, I never continue looking to see if the dog going to tear that man up. I couldn't take it. So what's going to happen? We're just going to continue to go on the way of business as usual.
Well, it can't be a continuation. Something will have to happen. Now, if you look and you see what taking, it's just a matter of times, Brother Victor. Everything doesn't remain the same. I believe in those things.
And
Everything doesn't remain the
then
same.
what happened? I found out that the preacher, especially West Indian preacher, not that speaking out against these things. They're more talking about God this and God that. God leave everything in God's hand. God will take care of it. God been through that. So we are not God. And even the disciple that was walking with God couldn't bear the pain that God did bear.
Well, let's say, if you look at most of the pastors or the preachers, is what they were taught they come preaching. Is not something that they knew, and they are not into the reality of life.
And that's what I noticed. They are not into the reality.
Yeah.
Because, take for instance, no, it's on WhatsApp. You share a thing with a person who call themselves, so they are Christian. You share what's going on in the city, and they not even respond to it. They're putting you something about God. So that means it's not a part of them. So they say they must leave all things in God's hand until for then time come.
Yeah, and as an individual of my experience that I live in life, many of us, we really need to be awakened because we're using things that is not effective. When we're talking about life in general, or to uplift each others, we are using so-called things that it's not working.
I think most of them still eating the pig belly. Eating the pig feet, the pig belly, the pig head. Because
You see, it's
in
not,
the 50s, that's what the black people used
Brother
to eat.
Victor, it's not as easy as we will say, or we will be here on the radio regarding us as black people. There's a lot of things embedded in us by either the society where we were raised, and when you look at a thing to say you're going to research history, just take you work at your job 1 week and did not get pay. How that would affect you?
very severely.
Okay, but
Because
black people have worked over 400 years and billion
I
and
don't
never
get
get
it.
a cent.
Don't get that sense.
How you think that affect us today?
Some people would say, Brother Victor, Brother Shango, we over that now. But we never over it.
When people says we over that, I always see it as ignorance, because if you look at the Jews, they never
They never forgive up.
never turn their back from teaching their children about Adolf Hitler.
Yes.
Never.
Never. And then make
Yeah.
sure. Did you know that most of the holiday that Jew have is coming from Egypt, across the Red Sea, and what Hitler did to them in Germany? And I don't know why the Jew bring it memory from the Red Sea, because there was Israelite, there was a Jew, there was Israelite. So if their religion was Jew, the Bible never said they was Jew. They said they were Israel. They're all Israelite.
Yesterday I was listening BBC, and BBC was having a topic. Now, it's for me now to do much more of my research. I am hearing about a so-called slave Bible.
Slave what?
Slave Bible.
Okay.
Yes, the slave Bible. What the quoting that BBC was saying is that even the Bible we have today considered that
Uh-huh.
a slave Bible. And I heard it on BBC. Now it is for I and I now to go and do much more my homework to see what kind of Bible is this that we
Slave
have.
Bible.
Yes.
What kind of Bible we have? But
It doesn't literally says mark slave, but they quote it as that. And like yesterday, a lot of things that they were reading out of it, the Timothy's and those things, it was referring to masters and slave. And I looked even in my, and I saw some of it. So we as we have to look at these things. It's not just one thing. It's a lot of things affecting us. It's not just one.
Well,
it's a lot of things.
this is how I analyze the thing that is going on now. Take, for instance, the coronavirus. The coronavirus, it was not effective in the black community till late, you know. It was in the Caucasian community, because the Caucasian, he travel out, he come back, he mix with the Chinese and everything. Now, they spread it into the black community, and they said the majority of the people who dying from coronavirus is black people. How they come up with that figure?
I haven't heard that
Yes,
figure to say
yes.
if they says that.
Yeah,
But
the governor say that.
well, I understood you heard it. I have not.
All right.
You know?
So
No,
first, no.
when you're talking about the black community,
Uh-huh.
no, let's reason on that to say why is it affecting the black community in some sense? A lot of us have illness, you know, and a lot of us is chronic.
Right.
Again, the black community also is not educated in certain ways to know that certain things will affect them when they with this whole 5G radiation magnetic force affecting people. But they are doing smoke screens, not telling people the truth what is affecting the people. They are using a terminology, a flu. They are using the terminology as a coronavirus. Now, if you should go into the real details of what is a virus, this more is a bacteria, is not a virus. If you look at the definitions of
Well,
both.
that's what the researcher did in Italy. He said that a virus, a bacteria.
Exactly. When you look at the whole picture,
So
you know, it's more
this
of a bacteria.
now, it give you a blood clot in your system. And all of them I give you not going to help you. So they just take you and throw you down there, put on the mask, and you lie down there till you're dead. Nobody don't care about you. You don't belong there anymore. You're done. And what I find out now, that they have a license to get rid of black people. The police department have a license to get rid of black people. our own set of people, our brothers and our sisters, they still raping and killing off our black people too.
Yes, again, life is complex. Every individual you look and you see in them, we all have difference of aim, difference of opinions. Our teaching is different. We come from different of backgrounds of culture, and because of slavery. Remember, in the beginning of times, separating the mother and the father, sending the father up north and sending the mother down south, sending the daughter at east and sending the south at west.
Just like what Trump doing now, separating children from the parents.
Yes, so that is what you see now with black people today. We can't come together because we do not know each other's.
Right. That's true.
We do not know each other's. We do not trust each. We have nothing named trust for each other's. We more, regardless of how you seen the white man shoot it down, we will more still trust the white man.
Yes. I have more confidence
Than
in the white man.
than your black brother. The black man is like that today.
Well, what caused that? Education.
No, it's again. I was explaining to you. Slavery has a lot of
So you
that.
say
Yes,
it is still in the gene from the slavery.
of course,
It didn't come out yet.
of course.
Even,
No,
even when Lincoln said he freed the slave, the corruptible and everything is still in.
of course.
Still floating.
No,
around.
these are just word of mouth. The word of mouth of Lincoln said he freed the slave, but he signed the contract to gas over 2,000 and kill them.
Yes.
What was good of that?
Yes.
What was good of Lincoln when he did that? It was a lot of children, and all of them were black. And he gassed them and came back, and then he says he freed the slave. What was good about that? Just like I was doing a documentary in to see what in Senegal, where it is no return. You heard of that place,
Yeah.
the no return.
No return.
But they was having church upstairs, the white people, and below them, millions of slaves was underneath. And I was watching that documentary. It's crazy. This is serious. And we look today to say, follow the Bible. If a man look up on the right, turn the left, and all of these things. So, you see, it plays out where we are powerless right now.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here, Sun Life, 4060 White Plain Road. Mr. Shango, the CEO of Sun Life. He's here. It's a whole lot of issue. But at the same time, we have to take care physically, mentally, spiritually, take care of ourselves. We can't get up and throw every kind of stuff in our mouth because you hear say so, you see it on commercial and you hear that and you see that and you say, oh, try that, and not taking care of your system, because if you don't take care of your system, you won't be around long enough to experience the destruction and the disaster that is going on. So if you want to be around health-wise, then you have to follow the advice of Mr. Shango and do the right thing. You go to a supermarket, you take up a gallon of milk, you take up some cornflake full of sugar, you take up some milk full of mucus, you take up this, you take up that, and no nutrients in any of those things that you take up. You just take up to get a belly full. Some of you haven't go to toilet 3, 4, 5 days. I don't think that is healthy. Some of you don't even drink a glass of water in 2 days, but you don't drink the soda, you don't drink the Guinness Stout, you don't drink the beer. I want to drink all kind of stuff without drinking water. You all, some of you, not all of you, make a plate. When you don't make a plate of greens, different greens, never do that. But when you mix things sweet with the sugar, when you eat the fried chicken, heat the that, and heat the steak, heat this, and the greens that's supposed to sustain in your body, you avoid doing that. So, Mr. Shango, good afternoon again, sir.
Yes, yes, and I
What you
agree.
have to say?
I agree with you with that when you're talking about eating.
Yes.
You know, we should really be careful of our diets.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because a lot of things we consume, we have no knowledge
Mm-hmm.
of the nutrients
Right.
it's bring to our body because our environment is not like that.
Mm-hmm.
To you know, implementing things to say this is healthy, this is not healthy. Don't you know? Our environment is not like that. So what you know people eat is very important to learn the nutrient fact of it.
Isn't
Likewise, I
okay.
have a customer. He came to the store the other day, and he found out that some things was breaking out on his skin. I saw it before, but I have no knowledge of it. I saw a few people with it, but no knowledge. Some people I saw born with it. Some people developed it after. Now, the fact that I do not know what it is, I asked him if he went to the doctor. Okay, he said he went to the doctor. He went to more than one, like about 2 to 3 doctors. But they didn't give him an answer because I was like, but if I am going to assist you, you know, what am I going to treat?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I told him that to give me back, you know, give me a few days, let I go in my meditation and do my research based on evidently what I am seeing. Because I do not know how to go about it to, if just look at something and recommend a person to, you know, consume this. Anyway, when I did my research, you know, I came up with a word they call let me see if I can find it because I did do some research on it and write it down now. And the name of it is okay. Most doctor may use this terminology of word named leukoderma.
Leukoderma.
Yeah, that is the word.
And what's the
Leukoderma.
definition for
No,
leukoderma?
leukoderma. The other word is vitiligo.
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 Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
vitiligo.
Right.
Vitiligo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What vitiligo is all about? There's no such cure for vitiligo.
No cure.
No, or leukoderma. Any name we choose to use. There's no such cure for it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what is what the leukoderma or vitiligo does to your you know does is you see some people have a clear white spot just pop up on their skins.
Mm-hmm.
You know, clear white spots popping up all over their body. Not painful or nothing, but just popping up over their body. You know, now a lot of quite a few people is going through that. The other day when the guy came, I did my research and I realized there's no they didn't even prescribe any form of medication to say this will help.
Because there's no cure. There's
No.
in the pharmacies that there's no cure.
No, there's no cure.
Mm-hmm.
And herbally, what we have does herbally, we recommend like we see where B complex because with vitiligo, it's a deficiencies of lacking of B complex 12 in your body. You doesn't have that. So when you doesn't have these form of nutrient to maintain and to sustain the body, when you lose certain types of nutrient with inside of your body, there are certain things popped up, and that is what happens to the brother. And the cause of it is also thyroid problem.
Mm-hmm.
Thyroid led to those types of problem. Vitiligo. So again, we wanted to always ensure and to share what we have learned with other people who do not
So
know.
with all these things that happening to people now, isn't there something in the forest, in the field, herbal stuff in the forest and the field? Because I remember in Genesis, God said, "The herb shall be thy meat and thy medicine." So is there something in the field that can
Well,
rectify those?
there's a lot of things that happening in our environment, and it's not for me to say there's none. Of course, Mother Nature has produced a wide varieties of things only if we learn of them and knew of them and how to use them. Then we will be able to do it. But there is also a conflict of interest. Now, when you're talking about pharmaceutical and herbal, it's a conflict of interest right there. Now, the herbalists, because of the FDA and the pharmaceuticals, FDA and pharmaceutical more is with the system. The herbal is not. Herbal is going by Mother Nature, what Mother Nature has revealed to him and how he should use herbs. You know what I'm saying? That is the big difference. Now, the fact that FDA, becomes much more involved, this is what we are going through. Because, like, let me give an example. An example, like you have, this is the benefactor. You see the name of it, right?
Right.
And you see
Show it on the camera. Yeah.
No, okay, right? Yeah. And you see all those information we tend to give out on the bottle. Now I have to take off all of that information and rename it. Now this is FDA doing. It's beyond our control.
Name it what?
Now instead of names it the tonic. That's a powerful word. Now, if you look at sundials bottle, because they go to sundial before they get to me. I just get their letter, so now I knew that they're coming. But you won't see this word on it
Tonic
again.
anymore.
Yeah.
What is tonic?
What is tonics? It's a combination of tonics comes in a liquid form. Most of it is always a liquid. Most tonic is liquid. Now, when you brew it and let it to ferment over a period of time, it develops into a tonic. And a tonic also can utilize as medicine.
So why do they want you to take off the tonic?
Again, it's a pharmaceutical against herbal because tonic is selling. Pharmaceutical not selling. Tonic will help to eliminate the problem. Pharmaceutical won't. Pharmaceutical treat symptoms. Tonics get to the root of the problem.
Okay.
See the big difference? Yeah. So now they want us to use, like, for instance, if you buy the sundial one today, you'd see tea.
Is there another round the corner name you could put there?
Well, you have names that you can use, but what they are trying to.
So does the super tonic make a difference?
Yes,
You make a difference.
accordingly to FDA, it makes a big difference because again, when you break down the word and look at it, tonic is suitable for this type of fluid.
So the definition of tonic.
It coincides with medicinal, pharmaceutical
Yeah.
things. So they are saying when you're using such word as tonic, you should have some form of certificates to your claims. That is what they are saying.
You are doing what?
Their claim is that you should have some form of certificate of their system to promote such a claim.
Okay.
That is what they are saying. So with all of these, what I have recommended on the bottled for whoever consuming it can able to see and to read. What they have done now, I can't use these.
Hello? Yeah, go ahead.
I can't use
Hello?
these information on the bottled. So what we will have to do is literally use our mouth in the store because
Okay.
yes, so for
So it's like a tug of war between pharmaceutical and
yes,
herbal.
yes, it is.
And pharmaceutical is more wider, so it getting the power of the
Pharmaceutical is the system.
herbal. Yes, it is. Yes,
Yes, it is a
And-
system.
and-
We are. I
because
am.
you might bring in something that can cure
Mhm.
a disease that leak out. Pharmaceutical not there to cure anything. They are
No.
there to sell.
Yeah.
So they are not going to touch that
Exactly.
that is supposed to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Shango, and he just giving us an example of thing that is going on between herbal and pharmaceutical. You know, because you know herbal, when you if you from the country or you from the south, you know the goodness of herbal. When our grandparents, if we sick or anything, they would go in the bush, they would cut some bush, they would even a sore. You have a sore on your foot, they would take some I think a single not single Bible, one of them things, and warm it and put some Vaseline on it, and they take out the root out of the sore and all them things there. You know, tree alive. They use even tree alive.
Yeah.
They used to warm it and put Vaseline on it, and it will take out the root out of the sore. And once the root is come out, afterward it start to dry up.
Yeah, man. I knew of that.
So herbal, lot of people got come up now and said, to hell with herbal. I don't want no herbal. Listen, you all don't know what you're missing. The pharmaceutical thing that they sell, everything, is just for temporarily. You understand?
You see, you know, what it is.
When I say temporarily, I mean temporary relief. So you have to constantly live on the pharmaceutical stuff.
Yes.
Because you take it now, it give you a heat.
And government, heads of government worldwide, knew these things.
Yes.
Yeah, they knew these things, and that is what makes you could see. They call it pandemic, I call it pandemic. That is what makes you could see they, plan this thing and have the whole world in panic.
Yes.
And misleading the people. You can't get the president wear a mask.
No. And he's around people.
Yes. But also understood it. When you wear the mask, it also depletes your immune system.
Yes.
Yes,
That's
because you're talking about breathing now. Oxygen. Now when you breathe out and inhale, that same hot air comes back in. You're doing something also to your system. You know, so it's a lot of misinformation going on out there also.
And the people, they don't seem to do any research on their own. They just follow what they say to do.
No, well, you have a lot of people out there know these things too. It's a lot, but it's a tug of war going on because government want to implement what they want to implement. The government is the one who right now with the physical power over the people. But you still has people know what going on out there and still, doing their best to educate other people.
Those that want to be educated.
Well, you have a lot of people still wanted to be educated. I am always wanted to be educated.
But some people you can't get into them, when their mind set up.
And that is life. That is how people are. I will never get everyone to agree with me.
No.
Likewise, it's not everything I'm going to agree with what they say. So it's just a mutual understanding of life.
Right.
But, people is really, listening and reading, because I heard a lot of people with things that I never knew some people thought like that too. So for me to say, some people knew what taking place. The mass may not knew, but you still have a lot of people.
But when I find out that especially in the Bronx up here, we don't participate in anything to clear our mind. We just in the church. We don't participate in anything for our brothers and our sisters. We don't do that. We don't support one another.
Yeah.
We don't support one another.
Yeah. In some sense, yeah. Because literally,
if a police shoot a Jamaican youth right now, the first thing they're gonna say, he was a bad man. And the community agrees saying was a bad
Did
man.
you saw that one on Facebook the other day, yesterday?
Uh-uh.
Where I don't know what state it was. Similar situation as to George Floyd,
Yes.
but he was a Jamaican guy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but they didn't. They didn't.
Nobody come out for him.
No, they hold him down, and he was resisting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. I don't know what state it was, but it was something similar like that. And don't
They
trust
kill
me.
him, he died.
No, they didn't shoot him. And I think it would be very difficult just watching the flame because it was a lot of Jamaicans around him.
Right.
The same guy with the police.
Mhm.
I more believe what I saw. The police was more felt threat. I don't know if it's the fact that they were Jamaican because even the guy that they put the handcuff on, he was going on like and telling the police them as and in his Jamaican
In his
in his own
dialect.
yeah. You know, and those police after they handcuffed him, they look nervous. And I'm like, wow, it's a difference, you know. But again, they didn't shoot him or nothing. They just arrest him. What it was, I don't know what it was, for them to arrest him. The video was only showing the brother and the
And
brother.
you see what happened, Mr. Shango?
Yeah.
Not because what happened then. It doesn't make sense you put yourself in the place where they're going to hurt you or kill you because a black brother died. You're going to, if they say move, you move. Because when you dead, it doesn't matter how many demonstrations they have for you, you're not coming back.
I tend to agree with that to an extent, not in everything, because again, we all have to understand we are human before we becomes policed.
Mm-hmm.
We are human being before we becomes anything else. Now we are only human beings. Now I understood you saying, okay, if we just do what they say, but sometimes we
when
do.
I said do what they said, sometimes I don't mean they say run, you run, walk, you walk.
Yeah.
Because if they know you like there's a long time syndicate show that come on TV where he did if Archie talk she run.
Mhm.
If she cook food and see Archie come she run. This is not it. That's not what I'm saying.
No.
Is that once they have you because it's not every policeman is violent or vicious, you know.
That is true. I agree with you. with
And
that.
again, we can look on a black policeman and say, okay, this brother is one of us. Don't look at him that way.
That is true.
Don't look at him that way.
Mhm.
Sometimes I bet you look at the white one. The white one might more sometimes give you a better chance than your black brother police officer out there.
To some extent.
So
To
we
some
can't.
extent.
So when you check us out, we don't have no one on our side. So we are no justice, no peace. Anyway, what going on in Sun Life?
Sun Life, as I said, there's a lot of things always forwarded at Sun Life when we look
Is
at it
people
from
coming
a-
there more now since the virus and buying what they are buying?
Well, people at Sun Life, the fact that we have to limit people. Sometimes I always want people to understand the thing because
Yes.
sometimes we have a little conflict because of the line thing and how much people we allow in the store.
But I
You know,
don't
so
see why
it's like-
there's a conflict because everywhere you go, but you know why they do you that because you're a black Jamaican, Rasta Jamaican, so they just figure they can harass you, but they're not going to the bank, they're not going to the supermarket and harass them, they're not going nowhere else and harass them.
Well, I haven't come on the harassment to say they harass me, you know.
But they are
mhm.
complaining.
Repeat?
They complain that they'll stand out there for a while and stuff like that.
Yes, they complained in that extent, you know. But again, it's something that we are. It is the law accordingly.
Though you go
Yeah.
down Champion Bakery, you see a line. I
Mhm.
see line at Champion Bakery from 226 come right around.
Mhm.
I was supposed to send some money to Jamaica to give somebody. And every time I go Jamaica National, there's a long line. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. And they're not going there and cursing out the people them because that's the norm.
Yeah.
That's the norm. But they figure you are a Rasta Jamaican and can't say anything. They want to say to you, run the hell out of them out of your store.
And I don't get that from.
Oh, you don't?
No, I do not.
Okay.
My customers, I see my customers as they are behaving people.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't get that. It's just that sometimes, of course, no, and then you will have a maybe one make a little issue. But I'm saying for most of my customers, no,
Uh-huh.
I do not get that. And what I notice with most of my customers now, they're more in tune of getting to start to read much more
Mm.
on, like, especially the vitamins.
Right.
Vitamins going like crazy.
Mm.
Like especially the vitamin C and also the calcium, vitamin D. Those are one of the most thing dominated selling right now in the store. Vitamin
What about
C,
okay?
the
What about vitamin
calcium,
E?
vitamin E, and the rest they sell. But right now, as I speaks, the vitamins that's selling mainly is vitamin C one and vitamin, which is calcium, vitamin D plus 3.
Mm.
Those are the two dominant, and we have and anything in
And
elderberry.
plus you have that cough
Yeah,
medicine there.
anything in elder. No, I'm talking of what I
Okay.
don't make, so what
Okay.
I
Yeah.
brought
Yeah.
in the store to reach.
You are just a
Yeah,
distributor.
exactly.
Mm.
So elderberry, echinacea, these are things that I see people now get aware of, knowledgeable, and learning now how to, because I've seen more people now visiting the vitamins rack, visiting the tonics shelf, looking to see all these things. I've seen much more people than before at those shelf. Yeah.
So, what is good? What product is good for the immune system?
Right now, I always recommend people, before you started to use thing to nourishing your body, it's always good to detox your system,
Mm-hmm.
to get rid of the toxic and all of the waste
Okay. Out
that
of your
log.
system.
Yeah, so I always recommended people to use some form of bitters to detox your system. Always detox your system before you started to nourishing it. But
Yeah,
when you talk,
you have to
yeah,
take out the whole koro out of you
exactly.
in order to put in new stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
one of the best thing now, that one of the things that I recommended mostly right now to up and to stabilize and to strengthen the body, the Benefactor Superwood Root Tonic. I recommend it a lot because it really strengthens your body and gives you a lot of energy,
Okay.
along with the rigid cough syrup. The rigid cough syrup is designed literally to build your immune system, and people, especially people with sinus, people with allergies and all of these things. The rigid cough syrup that I built is right now possibly number one right now on the market. I can testify of it, and I heard a lot of people also testify of it, and it's a hot seller at Sun Life. So but I do see people is improving on their health, and people is asking much more questions.
Well, I want to ask you. I notice when anytime I go to brush my teeth or wash my mouth, why is it that when you put the hot water in your mouth and gargle your throat, why the mucus? Is some mucus lodged down here? Only hot water can bring it up.
Well, you see your body, studying of the body, it's amazing. Studying of the body, how the body operates, it is amazing. Mucus, you see, when you inhale and exhale, it's so much goes on right in that period of time, because the inhale that you inhale is very important towards your body.
And that's why I think the mask is so dangerous to have, because you nail back everything that come from the mask. Your
Yeah.
cough, your everything in it.
The exhale you exhale also is very important right at any given minute. So now, if you notice, most doctor would recommend don't drink nothing cold in the morning.
Right, right.
What is the reason when you look at it? Why they says that? And if you consume something cold, it's possible you have a reaction to it. Now, if you consume something warm in the morning, it makes your body more energized. And you felt much more better than consuming
Yes,
something
because
cold.
even you
Now,
gargle your
have
throat.
we questioned those things to see what's really going on in our body? Most of us don't.
They're not because there's no explanation. They just say don't.
Yeah.
Just as if they say,
No, but I'm saying individually,
Mhm.
no, without, they has to tell us this. Because this is how I go about most of things. When a person says it, I question it to see what is the reaction coming from it.
let me say to 105.3, I know you're getting ready to log off if you don't. Shad Royal, 103.3. I want to say thank you all for having us. Thank you, DeMorgan. Bless your heart. So we're on Touch FM Radio, we're on Ultimate Gospel Radio, we're on Unity Radio. But those two radio give us until 3 o'clock. God bless you. No. Stay strong. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So,
And remember, if you don't need anything elsewise, check Sun Life, 4060 White Plain Road. All right? Any advice, they will give you good advice. What you say about if they are to follow their doctor order before they come to you?
you see, what it is not, I'm saying to follow. I am saying, okay, we are in a society, and this is, okay, go to your doctor.
Right.
If you felt that, you
And see what's wrong with
yeah.
you.
Then if you go to the doctor and you felt uncomfortable, of course you can always come to us. We are herbalists. What we study as herbalists is more of natural aspect of how your body function and how your body work. We also practice these things. It's just that as a Rasta man, we is not into the system. We is not into the system. So, but as a Rasta man is our calling to study herbs, to help study the herbs that you can share vital information with others who do not know.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So our calling as a Rasta is always, and it's not every Rasta is a herbalist, but I am speaking from my own
Perspective.
perspective. Say my calling was that, and I learn of these things and get to new, and with all of these knowledge, it is my will to share, as much information, to share, because when before I knew this, I was always yearning to learn, to see, what will be able of the betterment of our body. So I am willing and able to share vital information. It's just like as I says, when a customer came and I saw, and what he says, the doctor said, I didn't really have no answers. But could I close the door on my brother? No. I have to research and tell him forward again. And it was amazed when I even speak to him and say to him, he couldn't believe it. Care about 3 more people to me yesterday and saying, I man, this way tell me about the things. But again, as Rasta, we tend to go higher than the norms. Yeah, we not just take it as they teach us. We have the ability to also create, because it's not everything that a person teaches us we're going to grab. No, because we have a mind of our own also, and we have to utilize that. That is the reason why Marcus Garvey did use the word, hear all, but attend unto your own. So that is what we now have to do, But
What I'm saying, if a person can believe in divine healing, isn't the herbal is a part of divine healing?
Then this is Mother Nature you're talking about.
Right.
Yes, this is Mother Nature. But again, you see, believe in divine healing and knowing what is divine healing and lying to the people. It can't be prosper. You can't see no prosperous work. Yeah, because I'm saying you have to be level with Mother Nature.
Right.
Yeah, you have to be level. You can't deceived your brother for $1 and saying you level with Mother Nature. There's a thing they call, we as human being use the terminology as karma. No one have to touch you, but you lied or you deceived your brother or your sister and think it's going to be better for you. What there's such a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that is what makes you says if these things are divine healing. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
a part
but
of divine.
you know, it is.
Because if you notice, you got some group of people who walk on the Bronx River and pulling up some stuff,
Yeah.
some other nationality,
Mhm.
and it's not black.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. We're going to a quick commercial break and back.
Best restaurant in all of New York.
Best food you get a cool running.
Restaurant never empty, restaurant come.
Yes. Best food you get a cool running.
Run things, things the wrong way. Food well seasoned up, it tastes properly. Runnings are run things the wrong way. Well seasoned up, it tastes properly. In time the DJ a touch a New York. Ranger fi pull up, ranger fi park. How fi get a food before the food a sell off. Watch it, make me coat me knife and fork. Cool Runnings it a the one pan the chart. No restaurant can get we off. Yes, Cool Runnings are the best restaurant in the world.
Located at 1802 Nerine Avenue, Bronx, New York. Come check out our oxtail, curry goat, stew peas, red pea soup, steamed fish, ackee and saltfish, hominy corn, cornmeal porridge, seafood soup, and many more. Come check it out now. I so food nice.
It's all about Sun Life Health Food Store, located at 4060 White Plains Road in the Bronx. If you're looking for a healthy meal, go check out Sun Life Health Food Store, specializing in vegan foods such as vegetarian patties, vegetarian deli food, delicious smoothies and fruit juices, variety of soups and porridges, dry vegetable groceries. Sun Life is also known for the variety of roots tonic drinks such as the cocktail drink, the benefactor wood root, sandside bitters, powerful shots of wheatgrass, and how could I forget the lion paw roots drink. So go check out Sun Life, located at 4060 White Plains Road, open 7 days a week for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Give them a call 718-547-3760 or check out their website www.sunlifehealth.com. That's www.sunlifehealth.com.
Finally and permanently discredited and abandoned. War! The philosophy which old one race superior and another inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned. Well, everywhere is war. It's your war. Citizens of any nation, and until the color of a man's skin is of no more significance than the color of his eyes, I've got to say war. And until the basic human rights are equally guaranteed to all without regard to race, it's your war. Until that day, the dream of lasting peace, world citizenship, and the rule of international morality will remain but a fleeting illusion to be pursued, but never attained. Well, everywhere is war. It's a war. Boy, a rumors of war. And until the ignoble and unheard regime that told our brothers in Zimbabwe, in a Zimbabwe now, anywhere in Africa, is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned. Well, everywhere is everywhere, everywhere. War in the east, come on, war in the west, live it out. War up north, yeah. War down south, yeah. This a war, boy, a rumors of war. Yes, this a war, boy, a rumors of war. 'Cause until that day, the African continent will not know peace.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, war everywhere you go, there's war, rumors of war, people just dying. Good. Welcome again, welcome back to the program with Mr. Shango and Brother Victor. We are here, and if you just coming in, we start at 2 o'clock, we get out at 4 today. So big up, Mr. Shango. How you doing, sir?
Well, you know, I really give thanks.
Yes.
Yes, and living this life, you know,
And let
doing
me
I best.
let me greet your associate over there, each and every one of them. Stand tall.
At Sun Life, you're talking.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
to all the workers, and I knew we got quite a few new workers also
Yes,
in
yes.
at Sun Life.
Yeah,
so
man.
with the customers, I also want to bear with some of them who do not knew fully how to,
Okay.
you know, but they will learn it as they go along.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Oh, Mr. Man of God, how are you? Good afternoon.
Don't call me man of God no more. Call me higher height.
Alright, and you say it now. And from you say that's obedient too.
Me a turn brother.
Good evening, Mr. I, and good evening, Brother Shango, the African King.
Hold on.
Well done.
No, hold on. Brother Hall, me a follow. Man of God is good. Brother Hall,
Yeah.
Brother Hall, give away God.
Well, you know, we all godliness. We need our Bible and comfort. We all represent the Most High.
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon, man.
But that song that just played,
Yes.
it represents what going on the earth now.
Yes, man. Yes, that's true.
You know, it now must mean with weapons and so on, but still are going on a mission of destruction, you know?
Yes. Verbal.
Yeah, man, so good evening to each and everyone, and I'm listening, and be blessed,
Yes.
each one along the way,
Yes.
and spread the love, each one to each one, and you know, we just move along.
Yes.
I want to ask Brother Stronger, what was it good for? What is it?
Rosehip. Well, rosehip right now is one of the best herbs when you're talking about, apart from like echinacea. It's an echinacea works similar. Rosehip is very good for vitamin C and also a preservative to go into any form of drink you want it to. But it is very rich in vitamin C.
Okay. Yes, because sorry, the vitamin C that I'm taking, it has rosehip in it, so you hit the nail on the head.
Yes, and
So it's like a mutual multiple, but it's the same vitamin C does, right?
yes, it does that.
Okay, thanks very much.
And a lot of people.
All right, Mr. I'm listening. Brother, all tell him good evening, and to all who's listening, good evening, all right?
No, Mr. Shanga want a response to you about what you asked him.
He did.
But he come up with something else to say to
No,
you.
I was saying to you, says most people also, not just vitamin C, but most people who use it in a formula as a preservatives also. It's very good for that. Preservatives.
Okay. Thanks for the info. Keep up the good work, Ireland.
Yeah, well.
And God give the knowledge that go in thyself and I use it.
All right.
All right, Mr. I.
Hey, cut it off now. No more.
All right, what did I see you? All right, bless up, yeah.
Of good over evil. Of good over evil.
Yeah, Mr. Shango, it's war all over the
Good
place.
over evil.
Yes, and we have to give when we look at the wording until the philosophy,
Yes.
which old one raised
Yes.
superior.
Yes.
Then I wondered, the creations of His Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie with that speech.
Yes, he made that
Yes,
speech,
he
yeah.
was the one who made that speech, and it's a very powerful speech up till this day.
Yeah.
Because when you're looking into the song of what Bob Marley sang it over, and put it in, it's a very powerful word,
Right.
especially when you're seeing what taking place today,
Yeah.
from then until now.
True.
Yeah.
Will not know peace. And
Yeah.
the Africans will fight.
You call Bob Marley a prophet? No.
Yeah, because when you look at, of course,
Because the Bible says prophet go and prophet come in different ways.
well, you quote the Bible, but from my point of view, I would say he is, because when you look at, he's a person who prophesies things, Could be a prophetess too. Can be a prophet, as a prophet. They are prophetess too, because females prophesize things.
I always said Bob Marley song them that Bob Marley song. It's not a song you wind up and that song you stand still and listen to the word
Yeah.
and penetrate the word.
Yes.
And not something you wind up and go down and come up.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
I put that to the lion paw woodroot tonic. There's a lot of woodroot tonic out there. You can drink 1, 2, 3, 4 and just drink out and party and just roll it back there and drink it.
Yeah.
The lion paw woodroot tonic is a tonic. You can drink one, you can drink 3 and all that kind of stuff like that.
Yeah, and we're not recommending for people to drink 3 bottles
That's
of it
what
one
I'm saying.
time.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
we're not
That there's
recommending.
power in the,
Yeah.
in the lion paw woodroot tonic.
Yeah, we're not recommending for people to consume 3-4 bottles of lion for one time, because when you does it like that, you overdo it,
Yes.
and you can also anything of too much can hurt you.
Right.
You know?
Why you couldn't
Yeah,
as much as you want with the other one them.
exactly.
Good afternoon.
Yes, brother, Mr. Samba is absolutely right, You have prophet and you have prophetess. Because most people, that's why my mother look for me and ask them to go like me is a prophetess. So, you don't know why when you are in tune with nature and the universe and know thyself and can say certain thing and it happen, do certain thing and it happen. Your brothers is not like want to say, oh yes, he or she can also do it. But they always come with some negative impact, like you think you are. But from I learn myself and listen to get stronger and grow stronger in myself, we don't let nothing keep coming in and we just go on through
Right.
and just be right and live right, like you said to me, brother Victor. So, we don't want to know thyself is themselves, like Bob used to say.
Yes.
I know myself. Alright, respect.
Bless you, sis. Sometimes when she talk, she come out with some philosophy word that we cannot say she's not as she going to be. She could be.
Yeah.
You might. Sometimes you build with that gift and don't know how to exercise it.
Well, you see, it is a teaching that we received. When you look at life, then tend to want to give man every credit.
Yeah.
I can't live like that.
But it start from the Bible.
That's why I am not a whole of the Bible. I read the Bible, but it's not for me to for it to govern my life.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Brother Victor.
Hey, Brother Winston, bless you, my brother, bless you.
Blessing. Brother Shango.
Greetings.
One love.
Yeah.
What's on your mind?
Well, as I'm here listening to you all,
Yeah.
and one of the things you all were talking about is which on the mind of lots of people today is the abuse of black people. Everything that is bad is the black people. And as I often say, when things go bad, black people first. And if things go good, they are the last. What do you think about that?
I'm listening. Go ahead, I'm listening.
But in my opinion, what the problem I think we're having as the black race, we don't have any leadership, we're not organized. And I think that is one of the great defeat for the black race.
So you telling me are those thousands of people that coming out now, they're not organized?
But we're the leader.
The leader? From Moses' day, the leader gone. We don't have no more leader, so you have to fight the battle yourself.
You see, and that is the reason why they don't pay attention to, even when they go out and they demonstrate and carry on, they don't pay attention to it because soon that's going to die down. And they're going right back to where it was.
Well, that's what I told Mr. Shango. And if you have a leader, what the leader going to do? It's going to continue.
No, but remember that back in the days when they have leaders like Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and those, you have one leader, so they speak with when they speak, they will have to listen because there are somebody who up there who they will have to listen to.
But Brother Winston, the same black man kill Malcolm X. The same black man sell out Marcus Garvey. Martin Luther King was a Caucasian man kill him. So they still have the demonstration, right?
But you have to understand, but it was a little bit much better than today.
Oh, you believe that, Mr. Shango?
What's your question?
If say what's going on to the black people now when they are the black leader, then it was a little better. I don't think so.
You see what it is, I can't say worst or better because in those days of Marcus Garvey I wasn't alive. But
Malcolm X.
No, I wasn't alive, but what I can say and to agree to some extent with Brother Winston, when Marcus Garvey came, he said he searched, he looked, and he didn't saw none. So he said, let us create, which he did. He did create, he used himself as that, which he says when he arrived, there was no leader. He didn't see no leader. And he asked, where's the black man leader? You know, but then whatever happens, whatever break the grounds from the Marcus Garvey time, you now comes and they came with the Martin Luther King, heading in a different direction from what Marcus Garvey was saying. Came with the Malcolm X, heading in a different direction as what Garvey was saying. So this is what now, this is the result. Yes.
Separation.
Yes, and this is the result of it.
But even at that, you see, here what the thing now, Martin Luther King was more on the peaceful side. But then William was talking about will he have to fight fire with fire.
Yeah, Malcolm X.
Martin Luther King was talking about put water on the fire.
Yeah.
But Malcolm X, you know, if there's a fire, you have to fight with fire.
Yeah.
And but they wasn't seeing eye to eye 100%, but yet they were on they was for the same cause. But today, our black leader we have today, they quick to sell out because even when police kill these people here, our black leader, they are the first one to tell those people who lost their loved ones, and they compromise the case and get that $200,000 because they only looking out for themselves.
And who is those black leader? Who is those?
What the black leader? Who one of the black leader you have here now? So the massive right leader. I'll sharp that.
Yes, but again, you know, Brother Winston, oh, I look at it. If the Malcolm X or the Martin Luther, if they did not derived from what Marcus Garvey was saying, because remember, you know, they tried to do the same thing to Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey have to left out of that and said that cannot take us there. You have to stand non-religiously things and all of those things, because the religiously things still coordinate with the white man, that you cannot move forward. It still coordinate with him because he is the one who set up and diagram every single thing that me and you reading today. And Marcus Garvey came through and find that out. That's why the Malcolm X and the Martin Luther King, they never have that much followers as the Marcus Garvey did, because Marcus Garvey eliminated the religion out of it. But once you start to bring in this religion thing towards black people, then it's going to eliminate our culture. We're supposed to try to forward with culture and unite our people back. That is what we're supposed to do.
I'm not saying, look here. I don't think religion have anything to do with that. It's just the way about how many people go about it, because every man looking over themselves.
Brother Winston, if you should look as a religion don't have nothing to do with it. You're not seeing real life.
No, but look here. If I want to follow in the word, the true word is not about me or about you. It's about the true word is about love.
But as I said, I was saying to Brother Victor earlier this morning, there at Senegal I was doing a research, and the No Return building, they was having church and praising the Lord and all sorts of things on top of the millions of slavery that was down there.
Who having the church?
This is a documentary I was watching for years over the years.
Right, so who having the church?
People, but
The slave
masters, them.
The slave master.
Slave owner, because people was just for soul, you know. Black people were for soul, and they were underneath in the building, and they was worshiping and praising God in the name of Jesus, while millions of people underneath dying for hunger. Can I accept that? I don't know if you accept it. I will never accept it. Not me. Religious thing, I do not want to play a part in it. No religious sect. I want it to be loved for who I am, and respect people for who they are, and treat people with respect and dignity.
But I am a believer in the Creator, and that is what I believe in.
I understood you, but as I'm saying to you, what I have seen deriving black people from coming together is religion.
I don't think it is the religion. I think it's just about selfishness and greed.
No, you play naive to say it's not, because I knew if me and a brethren lived in the community, and the fact that he's saying Jesus and I am not saying Jesus, or he's saying something, I'm not saying something different of religion, it creates a division. And we have to look at these simple little things and then make something better out of it.
But even at that, I don't see where Christ did make any division among the people in the world or everybody.
That is a story. We have no say when it comes to that. We are talking about real life, what we live today and see today. We can't hold to that story of Christ never did that. You have never seen Christ going no church neither.
But why can't we believe it and live that way?
We are not doing that. You have never seen Christ going to a church and said this church is his. You have never seen that. You have never read that. But that is what you accept.
All the land here, what?
That is what you have accepted.
Good afternoon.
Good evening, Brother Winston. Yeah. As the song was played, guys or young man, there was a part in it that I was holding a deep thought, a deep meditation, and it said, until the color of a man's skin should be of no more significance than the color of our eyes. So you think man are gonna look some people just as one love instead of color and race, where you're from? You think that's ever come to the surface?
Is that a question?
No, it's either yes, no, or we don't know.
Rephrase the statement you have just made.
I'm saying the part in the song that I was holding a deep thought and meditation saying, until the color of a man's skin should be of no more significance than the color of our eyes, there will be war. So I'm saying, you think it's gonna just happen, or it's coming to be when it will be just one love from creation and nobody see color to distinguish or to say they're better or not better?
You listen. You can stand at the side at the street corner and preach as long as you want to preach. You're not gonna see that.
Not gonna see what?
Our love, a love.
Oh, I agree with that.
You're not gonna see
No, because our religion different from one love, you know. Our religion causing a conflict. So I'm saying love is my religion. So never say we can't go anywhere on earth.
religion.
Anywhere on earth, no one going supposed to can go.
Religion is one of the main conflicts you have right now in the world. One of the main destructful conflicts you have right now in the world. 'Cause everyone wants you to join their religion. God never come for religion. God don't religion.
Well, it can be like what we are doing now is just, to me, never blazing it as a priestess. It's waste of time, because if harmony can bring us together in one love, I don't think we are solve any problem either.
Let me say this to you. Wait a minute. If you walking down the street and you look rugged, a Rasta man will say, power, power, power. You see a person coming from church, they put their eye across the street because you are not a part of them.
That's what I just said, Brother Victor. Is religion full of things. So once we get in ourselves and know who we are, we will do the self-search and know that it's not no religion. It's about humanity and living and sharing the love. Alright, big up.
Yes, alright.
You see, look here. What I'm talking about unity and unite. Now, you looking at the Jewish community. The moment somebody says something that is derogative or something happened to them, immediately somebody come out and make a statement and they withdraw it or they apologize. In the black community, nothing like that.
Well, Brother Winston, is that only the black community? What about the other Caucasian community?
But why in the black community it's like that? Why?
That is the problem we're having. Why is it that we are not united and then everybody can speak on one front?
And every Sunday we fill the church, right?
I may not put the church night.
No, that's saying most of the black people every Sunday they just go to church and sing.
Other people go to church, the Jews don't go to church too.
That's their religion. That is their religion.
They go to church. Other people, other race go to church, but they unite.
But I never hear the Jew say, wash me and I shall be whiter than snow. I never hear the Jew say that. But the black sing that and talk that. Wash me, Jesus, I shall be whiter than snow.
Brother Winston.
Yeah.
You see what I have learned, is that as you make a statement, why is it the black person, the Jewish will comes out and make a statement and the blacks don't? Of course, I understood that. Again, let's go forward to Marcus Garvey. When Marcus Garvey was coming out and saying that church people, pastors, this is what I read. I can bring my book and read it to you. They are the ones stand up and say, he's too radical. God knows best. Those are the phrase our black people use, and that is what makes you cannot see the unity, because the white man embedded religion on us, and we can't able to see through ourselves to be awakened of this great love for human. We is not able to hold forth to it. We're holding forth to really just believe for someone to save us. Not for us to save ourselves, but for someone to save us. Don't you hear them said? In the religious, Jesus will save you, God will save you. But you do not hear no other set of people with this types of phrase. We now have to look at real life and make ourselves better in the name of love. And by all means necessary. By all means necessary. It should not be limited just because of your belief based on what you were taught. No, it should not. And this is the problem we faced. And many of us can't see through it because we are a religious believing person. And this is what makes me continue.
And I'm going to continue to say that where we are lacking within the black community, well, brother Winston and brother Shango, we say all this will occur now. This is a big wake up, Because first of all, our people, we are Jew, we are not Jewish, we are the original. But because we were stolen and we were dropped off different parts, and until then, from then till now, we are not totally organized. So our mind is still scattered, like how they scattered us abroad. But to this we're occurring now, or happening now, or we're living it now. A lot of people are still different from the God where come save us. And that's my opinion, people. That's it,
Well.
But in the fact that even earlier, the black folks are doing even much better in the United States of America, and all of a sudden they just fall back at the bottom of the ladder, and at one stage they were up there.
When before they burn the black the Wall Street and those things.
Right.
Yes, I agree with you. But then back then, when you look at that culture, it wasn't of no religious sect. It wasn't exactly what Garvey was talking about. It wasn't have nothing to do with religion. Today makes a difference because today we are more religious. We're not thinking about the love for our African brother no more, the love for our African sister no more, the power that we hold. We don't think of those things no more.
But isn't that the problem, that even our African brother don't even recognize us in the diaspora neither?
No, I disagree with that, what you just stated, because I was on social media the other day and I heard not one, not two, not three Africans came on social media and said they look to Jamaica as eye-openers for Africans.
Of course you're going to find some people from brother and there, but I'm talking about Africa as a whole.
Yes, but it's also us.
I'm talking about Africa and whole, which is our mother country. They don't even see us as their offspring.
And I totally disagree with that.
Then you can.
No, but what I'm saying to you, brother Winston, you have over in the Western world, you can't tell many of us that they belongs to Africa. You can't tell them that. So I can understand what you are saying, that some of them is not educated enough to understand in those theory. But remember, the black people have gone through slavery for years. So we who know better must do better.
But we go through slavery. The Japanese go through slavery. The Jewish religion go through Holocaust.
Yeah.
They get reimbursed for that. The Japanese they got. Why are we still in lumber? Why?
Because we fighting ourselves and they aware of that. Now when you look around, sometimes you see black people killing each other and fighting each other. That a part of the method that the white person is also successful at it.
So why is it that we can learn?
Again, Brother Winston, we are not able to learn because of the difference of teaching that is embedded in us.
Take for instance,
Look at what's going on right now. It's a pandemic. Don't you see doctors going against doctors? Don't you see that going on right now? Doctors going against doctors. Doctors is teaching people about to wear safe masks, but you hear another doctor comes on and explaining what is the reason for wearing face masks. Do you see that going on also?
And that is one of the problem. Even in this pandemic, you don't even know who to believe.
Okay.
The only certain thing about what is going on in this pandemic here is that people are dying.
But people normally dying, Brother Winston.
No, I'm talking about in thousands.
But people does. Over the years, people been dying in thousands of the same flu.
No, this is not true.
But
this is not true.
What is it? I don't know and you don't know.
This is nothing like the flu.
Brother Winston, that is a theory out there. It is nothing but many people who dying is dying of it, of the flu. They are using a theory to say it is corona, but coronavirus is flu.
This is not a virus. As far as I understand that this is not a virus, it's a bacteria.
Yes, but the word corona also defined as a flu symptoms. So which one it is?
But I know there are times when you have flu and there are lots of people in one place. Is there other people there with flu? And it don't have that havoc week that kind of havoc and because I go to when I go to church and there are people come to church and they have flu.
Exactly. But what is the difference?
And people not dying like this.
Okay, but what is the difference with this? What you accordingly, and as I explained to you, the doctors going against each others right now. Do you know it is also said doctors been getting paid $13,000 an hour for this pandemic? Do you knew that is also in the social media?
I wouldn't put it past it neither.
Doctor is getting $13,000 an hour for this?
I wouldn't say no neither.
Okay.
Because people are making money, because people are greedy and people care about this money.
Yes, but also is a plan also if you is living in this and seeing what is going on. It is the elite is doing it.
And if you wait and see who died.
Well, we understood people going to die because of what is implementing.
But who?
Who?
Because look, if I'm not mistaken, sometime in either 2019 or 18, there was people used to call me and ask me about my underlying problem. If I have underlying problem, if I have diabetes, if I have this, if I have that.
Exactly.
And I just start to recognize that the probably they were carrying out a research to see where this pandemic going to hurt the most.
Because, of course, you have to look because you wondered the nursing home people don't leave out of the nursing home. So how they get it in there?
They said the family member bring it in there.
But the family member is not dying.
All the prisoner get it in prison.
The family member, the family member didn't die from it.
Didn't die.
So how they carry it in there?
All the prisoner get it.
It makes no sense. Pandemic, not pandemic.
And there are lots of people who died. It's not so much because of the virus, it's because of the neglect them.
And why is it they're neglecting them? That is my reason. Why is
Well, that is what they would like to find out.
Yeah. It's just like the one that the lady they called and they said she died, but when the family get inside and go inside, the lady still breathing in the body bag. What is the reason for these things? Misleading the public.
That might be able to prove that there are lots of people might be go to their grave like that.
Exactly. And then what is that tell us who is still alive? What is that tell us who is still alive and witness and seeing these things happening? What does it tell us? It is questionable. These things what they're telling us are all questionable.
I'm just loving the tree always. You know, knowledge is power. You are so educational because Brother Victor said they're saying is visitors bringing it in the nursing home.
Yes.
Brother Winston is saying it's a bacteria, but Mr. Shango is saying the corona mean a flu, and also Mr. Winston. So what it is for us to believe, we have to do the research.
Yeah,
because like Brother Winston said, people used to have flu many times and come to church, and not so many people die. But now you're wearing the mask, and you don't know why you're wearing the mask. You're asking people with the girls, it's up to them, you know. Because even if you diagnose with it, you don't have to have the bacteria, because say everybody exposed to it now, so you might have it from the droplet, but you don't have to have the bacteria. Then you may infect it gone. Then you have to wear the mask and so forth. The mask get dirty. I've seen people because me have the washable one and the change, and they have it, they touch this, they touch that. So I don't know. It's questionable, like Mr. Shango is saying.
In the medical field, they said you're not supposed to have on the mask more than 10 minutes. That's saying that's very dangerous because everything that you exhale, you inhale it back from the mask.
Exactly, Mr. Victor.
And
common sense should tell us that. Common sense should tell us that. And you know what happens? People not breathing natural fresh air.
No. Okay. You see, one of the reasons you hear them talking about a second wave. Of course, there's a second wave. There's a possibility because what they have done is came out, tell the people to wear the mask and use the mask and lower the immune system of the people.
Yes.
That is what the mask does. It lower the immune system of the people.
Right.
When they finish do what they're doing, because every single thing is a smoke screen. You drive around, you see the electrical people are working all the nights, fixing up the 5G. When all of this done, and people ready to come back out, that is when people going to get sick, and that is the second wave they're talking about.
And that's why they are saying you have to wear masks every day. Wear the mask and stay indoors.
Yes, but then they should have came in the beginning. This is what mask was known for. As doctors would use mask only when they're doing surgery. The fact, the reason for that, when you have a open wound cut, you the doctor cannot cough, cannot sneeze to make any of that droplet catch that cut.
Right.
That is the reason for the mask. Not for the patient, if the patient cough or anything. It's nothing like that. It is to protect the wound. That when they cough or sneeze,
Right.
it don't go in the wound.
What you say, Brother Winston?
Of course, I mean, well, that is the reason why they are telling you that you have to wear the mask, because if somebody cough or sneeze, you won't catch it, because you mostly from your nostril or your mouth or your eyes.
Or if you're doing construction, they would wear the mask if it's a lot of dust.
Right.
That's
But I mean, remember, I've been saying from early. In the beginning, they wasn't saying that it is airborne. Then after that, they said it is airborne. But if you can use simple hand sanitizer to kill the bacteria or the germs on your hand, why is it that they can't come up with some medication to counteract it?
You see?
They said they're trying to find it in a brother, Winston. They said they're trying to find it. What I'm saying, if it is so hard to find, what they're looking for is a vaccine. If this virus here, according to them, is mutated, and then they come up with a vaccine for this strain here, and by the time they come up with a vaccine, it mutates into a different strain. Are they going to come with another vaccine? Well, to my knowledge, what I read and what I self-taught myself, there is the vaccine out there. But like doctors going against doctors, because I read and perceive the same thing King Shango read and experience. They don't want it to come out to stop it because of money making into this. Big money making. Because the vaccine is to kill off certain people. If they develop a vaccine now, remember that the vaccine itself could be worse than the virus that's out here now. Because what they are using the different strain of the virus to make the vaccine. So it could be dangerous, it could be worse. They give you a vaccine if they don't get it right. Remember when they give you a flu shot, they use like probably 8 different kind of the virus of the flu. But there are 2 more or 3 more out there that don't include in it.
Brother Winston,
Yeah.
do you believe in the rumor or the word out there to say that it's depleting of, the elite is depleting people from off the earth? So
Of course I do believe it.
So within the context of you asking to develop in a vaccine, it's something they played out. It's played out. It's not that they can't develop a vaccine, but to play on the fantasies of the mind of the people.
They just fear in the mind of the people.
Yes, it has to play it out. The vaccine, what they're talking about, it is the chip.
Mm-hmm.
It is the microchip. And it's all coming. It's just like when we heard about digital, we thought it would never ever gonna be here. It's here now. It is here now, and this is what is all implementing. This is what all is implementing. The radiation and the wave, it's what going on outside of the old 5G. That is why they're telling us to stay inside.
In the phone, you can feel the radiation from the phone.
Yeah, but they're not coming and telling you that is what it is. It's a smoke screen that going on, and whoever have underlinement of any chronic disease, when that radiation hit them, more than likely they're going to die. That is what's taking place. This is going to run at least 2 to 3 years. So it's not that they can't get no vaccine. It's not that they can't. It is something already planned. And the mass of the people is in panic, and they knew it's going to go down just like that. I am not panicked because I've been my research for the longest, knowing all of this was going to implement the elite against the mass of the people of the world. The mass of the people of the world have little say. The elite, which is billionaires right across the world, they are the one have to say. You know, so this is what been going on. So people from all over just have to just look into themselves and really understand what is really going on.
And is it that they deliberate to release the bacteria at the same time when it's going on so as to
Exactly, and that is why they use the terms China, because China is advanced. China been using the 5G, so that is what it is. China is advanced way more than the West, and that is why they says China, because China. That is why they pay China how much money in January. If you listen to Trump speaks highly of China in January.
and I've been asking the same question over and over too before I ask it here. Because you remember they have a meeting and there was not one single person from the United States government in that meeting.
Yeah. So it's a lot of things going on with the elites around the world. They are the one who control the entire world and have the mass of the people in panic and ignorance. That is what taking place. I do my best to just humble myself and live as much loving towards people, you know, and that's all you can do.
All right. Okay, Brother Winston, thank you for your input.
All right, my brother, bless you, man, and you have a blessed one.
Nice to
Good
hear
time.
from you again, man.
Yeah, man, good time.
Yeah.
Every time. So we better get up, stand up for your rights. Or someone would say we're coming in from the cold. Or another one would say the sun is shining and the weather is sweet. And someone would say, is this love? And everyone would say everything. Let's move it.
Yes, the voice of Mr. Bob Marley. Get up, stand up for your right, ladies and gentlemen.
Get up, stand up. Stand up for your rights. Listen, get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Get up, stand up.
No, man, you great, man.
Stand up for your rights.
Great for you.
Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Hey, preacher man, don't tell me heaven is under the earth. I know you don't know.
We say, ladies and gentlemen, about Champion Bakery. Champion Bakery, man, I'm telling you, is a place that you want to consume all your pastry, your bread, your bun, your cake and everything. Champion Bakery is on top of the line right now. They're fighting the coronavirus. Just with if it didn't stop. Let me tell you something, Tashango. You know, say, I got a bread from Champion Bakery over 2 weeks and the bread no rancid or mildew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still tastes fresh brown bread. And if you go supermarket and buy a bread and you keep it outside, in a week it start mildew.
Okay.
Champion Bakery is not like that. Champion Bakery think they're fresh and nice, they're delicious, man. Check out Champion. It don't make sense. We go now philosophy word and talk now sweet word. Plain talk. Champion 225th and White Plain Road. And you come up to 228 and 229. What was this, Mr. Shango?
Right.
Up at 228 and 229.
Oh well, Sun Life. Sun Life is the place to go where we is a vegan store.
Yes.
We practice vegan cooking.
Yes.
Like today, Sunday, if you visit Sun Life, you can get the good rice and peas, also steamed bulgur, ital stew, chop suey veggie fish, brown stew, vegetarian chicken, and curry bean curd. You also have steamed kalalo on the side and fried plantain. One of our main seller lately that we also had to our menu, because I did a lot of research on these things, is the mushroom.
Mushroom.
Mushroom, very, very healthy.
Yes.
Mushroom is high ranking in vitamin C. Understood that? Very high ranking in vitamin C. So when you see, we're preparing the mushroom, and sells it at our store, is really nutrients. We're really aiming at nutrient for our people, because what we realize is that the more nutrient our people receive, the more their mental clarity can be more clear. From the mental state of mind from slavery. Because of the old slavery days, it makes a lot of people don't know how to move forward. Grew up on, boy, this is what I see my mother used to eat, my father used to eat, and my mother and my father raised me on this, and this is what I knew. I know better. But life is worthwhile to be creative and to learn of new ideas and to learn of the nutrients of your body.
How can they get stuff from Sun Life without even coming to the store?
Well, you have a lot of ways where you can make a phone call, or for instance, if you're out of state and you want like the products, then you can either email us.
Oh, the email. What's the email address?
You go on sunlifehealth06@aol.com. That is the email address.
And they could see all the products?
Yes, they can see all of the products. Again, let me reassure you, it says within the next 2 weeks, you will see a lot of changes on the label. We has no control over it. This is all FDA playing out their work. So we have to abide by all of what they say. So when the changes come, you will see it on the label. But the products remain the same. The product remain the same. So again, and not just for Sun Life, but also Sundial. You see Sundial making herbal products like how Sun Life does it. You see they have their man backs and all of that. It says tea, but it's not tea. It's rules and regulation by the FDA. And sooner or later, we all has to do it the same way like Sundial is doing it. All right?
Okay. So
again, all are welcome at Sun Life. Let me give you Sun Life phone number. Sun Life phone number 718-547-3760. Again, 718-547-3760. And we open from Monday from 8 a.m. through 10:30 p.m. Again, from 8 a.m. through to 10:30 p.m. That is Monday through Saturday. On Sunday, from 7 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. And again, let me correct myself. I did make a mistake to say 8 a.m. From Monday, it is 7 a.m. until 10:30 p.m. Again, Monday, 7 a.m.
Monday through Friday or through Saturday?
Monday through Saturday, from 7 a.m. up until 10:30 p.m. That is Monday through Saturday. And Sunday, from 7 a.m. until 9:30 p.m. Again, on a Sunday, from 7 a.m. up until 9:30 p.m. So again, stop by Sun Life and don't forget your...
And the location?
4060 White Plains Road. Again, 4060 White Plains Road. We are located between 228th Street and 229th on the uptown side of White Plains Road.
When can they call you for consultation?
Well, let's see what's
There's
take
no
place.
consultation
No,
right now.
not now. Yes.
Everything is on a hold now.
Yeah, it's on a standstill right now. But
Yeah.
as they says, 1st of June, place will be open up. So let's see what's
First
take
of June
place.
or tomorrow, you know.
That is what I says.
Motor
Let's
vehicle
see.
open up tomorrow too.
I don't know. They says most places will be open 1st of June. So I'll just have to wait and
I'll
see.
see. All right. So
Yeah.
thank you for coming. Brother Hall was waiting until 4:45, 4:50 was.
Anyway, brother, all wherever you at, I just wanted to say much respect to the eye And to all the listeners and all people of all walk of life, all color, I says, one love, Rastafari to all. Walk good.
What life is really worth. It's not all the glitter is gold. Half the story has never been told. And now you see the light. Stand up for your right. Come on, get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. You see, most people think great God will come from the sky, take away everything, make everybody feel high. Hey, but if you know what life is worth, you would think with yours. Now you see the light.
We get a food before the food just a laugh. Watch it, make me coat me knife and fork. Who runnings it are the one pan the chart. No restaurant can get we off. Yes, Cool Runnings are the best restaurant in the world.
Located at 1802 Nerine